Today we're going to talk about the difference between art therapy and art as therapy. So, art as therapy is something where art is naturally therapeutic, right? So, you might find that as you doodle on the side of a paper, maybe scribble along with your kids, just any of those type of activities, any creative activity that you're doing, taking photos, painting, drawing, even getting wrapped up in reading and writing poetry, things of those nature, will be therapeutic for yourself, right? You can get lost in that world. So it's very beneficial. Now, when you go outside of just doing art as pleasure and a way of reducing stress and anxiety in a form on your own of those kind of doodles and self-expression, you can then work with an art therapist who will help you dive a little deeper. So an art therapist like myself would have a master's degree in art therapy. So I have a dual master's with art therapy and clinical counseling. And so I have this background that incorporates the psychology and stuff to do with the brain and how the neurochemicals work and creating habits and the different things regarding attachment theories within families. So there's a lot of structural things, a lot of psychology. And then I have a background in art. So I understand different mediums, how they interact, and what mediums might not be safe with certain populations, and what kind of adaptations that I could do to be able to incorporate something to make it therapeutic for someone. We'll often dive deep into things where we will examine the artwork that you create on a much different level. So you might be prompted to create a certain type of image, and whatever comes out, then we would discuss that. You could also be prompted to take whatever is internally bothering you and express it in shape and color and line on a paper. So there's different variations, but what it does is it then connects that creativity with the psychology and helps you to understand yourself on a deeper level, helps you discover things about yourself and insights. And then what it also does is the art doesn't lie. So we could be sitting with somebody and kind of feel like, I don't want to share this yet, or I'm a little scared to speak my voice. And when we put it onto the paper or onto a canvas or create it out of clay, write it in a poem, then those things can flow out in a way that we don't have to sit there and just try to remember a story and then tell it verbatim. And so what it does is it really opens up a way of communication. So if I was sitting in a session with somebody and they created something, I could simply ask, what does this mean to you? Let's talk more about this. What is this image? What is this symbol? And really help you go deeper internally, because we are our own healers, really. And sometimes you just need a little extra guidance. Sometimes you just need somebody that can sit with you in a safe space that you know is not going to judge you, and be able to then work through some of these things and know that, oh, I can share this and I can express it in a way that it doesn't always have to be verbal. But that expression on paper helps you to maybe become more verbal and be able to say, oh, this is what that means. And maybe even something that you're like, oh, I didn't even realize that that was something, but there it is on the paper. So it really just helps you go a bit deeper. I do find that both are very beneficial. So I very much encourage you to create. Make art, make ugly art, make whatever, scribble, scrunch up things like paper, throw it, tear it, burn it, whatever. Write letters, you can burn those. It's very cathartic, very expressive. You can make sure that it's in a safe space. If you're playing with fire, be safe. But really, just anything that can help you be expressive is going to be therapeutic in its own being. But also, when you work with somebody who has been trained, we can really help you work through some of the things and face certain traumas and different things in your life and help you develop the coping skills that you might need to be able to help get through the day. All right, until next time, ask me any more questions. If you have more questions about this, let me know and I'd be happy to answer. Bye for now.